So it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Hello, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to For the Love of Pomegranate podcast. And on our very first ever Champions League team sheet tantrum, and one I think we've all been looking forward to, and I certainly am looking forward to seeing what the team is going to be today. Paddy is here, just has to have his camera off for a moment. I don't know whether he can hear me, but he's going to chime in a moment. But I just wanted to ask a very simple question to everybody in the chat, and that's, how the hell is everyone feeling today to be Champions League Aston Villa team? Because I've got pretty much nothing done in work today. Looking forward to this. And number two is I've got nothing done in work today because everybody's been messaging me going, "Oh, I hope Villa get on well today," because obviously being the only Villa fan in the village, everybody's rooting for us, which is great. It's fantastic. Oh, hey, I love being everybody's second favorite team. And if that's the case, then absolutely give it to me all day long. It's brilliant. William Baines is asking, is this a late lunch? This is today's been a bit of a roller coaster. I started a lot earlier so that I could take time in lieu to do this, and then I'll be having my late lunch will be later on, around 7:30 this evening, or 8 o'clock when the game is finally over. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But Paddy, I know we can't see you, so it's a bit weird talking to a white dot. How are you feeling?
I am just... Well, first of all, I'm tired because I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to make sure I was finished work in time, and then I still fell a little bit short in getting on this team sheet tantrum. So, absolutely buzzing for our first ever rendition of that Champions League music with our players standing to attention. I think a little tear or two might be shed when it finally comes around.
It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Kids are being picked up from childcare. They're going to come home. I'm going to force feed the young fella. I'm going to pin his eyes open so he doesn't go to sleep, so he watches this game, because it's one of those things that hopefully it'll inspire the next generation of Villa fan. And it's going to be a bit emotional today for lots of reasons. Obviously, we had a big podcast last night about Gary Shaw as well, passing away, and that will obviously have its own emotion running through a lot of the people at the club today. And also, with this being a momentous moment for the club, moving forward as well, you would hope that this would be one of those really emotional days, and one that I suppose really everybody else is going to be emotional about, bar the players in the field, which is kind of how you want it, because those guys are going to go out and they're going to be professional, they're going to do a job, and hopefully they're going to be able to get the result that we all want. It's going to be, hopefully it's going to be fantastic.
It's a day for cool heads, and while you're getting that team sheet up, we need cool heads and warm hearts, and not to let the emotion take over today, because absolutely huge day for the club and a great opportunity to get 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we have a team sheet there. It is out. Let me just bring it up and share screen, and trying to share. Why won't it share? Gremlins are in the system. Here, we got it. We got it up. So we have Martinez in goals, Bogart, Konza, Pau, Digne, McGinn, Onana, Tielemans, Rogers, Ramsey, and Watkins. Same team, same subs, Paddy. I'm just checking to see is it the same subs. Close enough. We've got Joe Gauchi, we've got Ali Ziyech in the bench, Kostin Jelkovic, Ian Matson, Diego Carlos, Sils Finkles comes in, Caden Young, Ross Barkley, Emi Buendia, Leon Bailey makes the bench, as does John Duran. I think, Paddy, that there will be some people having a tantrum over Bogart being in this team. And once again, as I said, it seems I just feel that people have made up their mind in him very, very quickly, and they may be proven to be right. But for me, I said it in our preview yesterday, it wouldn't it like I wanted Nedeljkovic to be in the team because I want to see what he can do against this opposition, but it certainly would not have surprised me, for Bogard to be starting, and he does start, and that just shows the what Emery thinks of him.
Yeah, I think with all fan bases there's a need to have something to moan about. So it just seems to be that thing that everybody's moaning about at the moment. I have absolutely no reason why I would be angry at it. We've obviously fell a little bit short in bringing in that extra player for whatever reason, not getting players out in time, or just the profit and sustainability rules. But we have to make do with what we have, and he obviously feels he's going to make a decent footballer out of this guy. And how you make him a better footballer is get him Champions League experience, which he's going to get today, which is absolutely incredible. So we've nurtured this guy. We've brought him through our youth academy. He's played reasonably well in the 2 Premier League games he's played, and there's no reason why he didn't deserve to play. I would be in the camp of, yes, Nedeljkovic has the experience, has the ability to get forward, probably more than Bogard. But this is Unai Emery's team, and this is what he's chosen. One thing he hasn't done is he hasn't made the kind of changes he did, like Warsaw last year, which left us chasing. So he's gone strong. It was the best possible team he felt he had available to him at the weekend and in the Leicester game, and he's come again with nearly identical, apart from for the couple of injuries that were there.
Yeah, and people are saying in the comments there, Philogene is out of the team. It looks like he's out of the squad there. I wonder, if he had a reoccurrence of his injury. He came on for a couple of minutes at the end of the game last week. I was thinking potentially it could be because they needed to fill maybe their quota of players, but look, Caden Young seems to be on the bench instead of him, so be interesting. That's a question I think that needs to be asked just to see. But I did say at the start of the year that Ali Ziyech would be in there as a homegrown player, and he is. Caden Young, Swinkels, Ziyech, Ramsey, all being and Bogard being our homegrown academy players there, which is absolutely great to see. Great to see.
I'm sure you'll be able to count them for me, but I'm absolutely positive you can name more people in the bench in the Champions League than you can in the Premier League too.
There's 11 on the bench there, it seems. Yeah,
I think it's 9 in the Premier League, so there is space for more. So that would obviously lead us to believe that Philogene is carrying some kind of injury.
Well, some of the guys are saying there that he's ill, apparently, that he was taken ill. So, that does make sense. Because Caden Young obviously was I put out today, and I misworded my tweet. I meant to say, I said not in the travelling party for the squad tonight. I meant to say in the actual squad tonight, the bench is what I meant to say, because obviously he was there in the travelling videos and photographs. You saw him getting on the plane. Yeah, and obviously he, with both teams playing in Burn, that didn't make much of a difference to me to whether he was on the first team playing. If he wasn't going to be in that squad, he probably could have played for the younger youth team today. I think he would have been called up there anyways as insurance for Leon Bailey if he couldn't go. But then he's gotten his chance to be in there instead of Philogene today. So that makes sense to me as well. And it's good to have him. Great experience for the young man, and somebody who will definitely profit from this. I'm still here, Paddy. I just have to run outside here for less than 30 seconds. But talk to me about the fact that Dina's in there, no Maatsen, because we said that maybe this might be a game for Maatsen.
Yeah, well, people said it would be a game for Maatsen based on the experience that he got last year. That also applies to Nedeljkovic, who played Champions League football last year also. So, he's decided that this is strongest possible. I find it very hard to drop Dean, considering how well he's played as well. So, yeah, I don't. Again, I've nothing to complain about on that behalf. It's as strong as a team that we can put out. I think depending on what the opposition is, he'll play different setups with different players. But this is the one he's chosen for today, and yeah, I don't have much argument with that. Dina, I think, has been absolutely phenomenal for us. both the start of this season and last season in defence and in attack. It probably offers a little bit more stability in defence than Maatsen does. Maatsen is more of an attacking fullback as opposed to well, Dean gives us a lot of that as well, but I think Maatsen is more attacking than Digne is, and that's why he's chosen to have Digne in there instead of Maatsen, if that makes sense. Yeah, took longer than 30 seconds as I expected, Neil. Let me see if we have any comments here that I can read out for you. Someone's in work until 8:15. It really catches us. This kickoff time is really, really weird. It's just not expected with a midweek match. But what can we do? Just the price of playing Champions League football. It's absolutely phenomenal to be in this position. So enjoy it while we can, guys. What have we got there? Imagine what the current academy.
28, 29, 30. See, told you I'll be back in. Told you I'll be back in 30 seconds. See, I even counted in Mississippi in my mind. Oh, yeah.
Someone said in the comments there that imagine what the rest of the academy is thinking, looking at Bogard and that Champions League squad, and that's a very valid point today.
Absolutely. Do you know what? You robbed the words out of my mouth. You know, seeing Caden Young, seeing Bogard, seeing Jacob Ramsey there.
Yeah.
Sprinkles must be pinching himself going, this time last year, he had just about got his contract re-upped. He'd done his ACL previously. And now he's going, lads, I'm going to be sitting on the bench in the Wankdorf in a Champions League game. This is incredible, you know. So fair play to him. Very great resolve for that man to be able to come back and to get to where he's got to. But yeah, look, Emery's taking no prisoners today. He's gone out with his first team squad, arguably, you know, for probably the two fullbacks, but it's great to have bullets in the chamber to be able to change those guys up if we need to. And he's gone as strong as he possibly could have today, arguably. I know people would say bring on Leon Bailey, but fitness wise, I think he's gone as strong as he possibly could have. And that bodes well, I think. You know, that bodes well for us. And I'm super excited for two reasons, because the game is, as I said, we're playing the Champions League, and secondly, because I didn't burn down the house, and that's one less argument to have later on, which is quite good. So that's why the panicked runaway happened there, was because I was afraid that I was going to burn the rice. Anyway, Paddy, so let's have a little look. Let me see if I can bring up the young lads team, young lads of Burn. I had it there a moment ago, but of course, BSC_YB. There we go. I'll bring up their team. And they don't want. I thought I had their team there a moment ago. No, I'll have to go to talk amongst yourselves. The Swiss don't believe in putting out their teams, so let me share this one. Put it out on Twitter. Sorry, put it out on Twitter. Unless they're doing some video form. I was a video there, and I ain't watching that. Here we go. So what we have here is Van Balmoos, captain in goals. Hajam, left back. Algerian left back there. Zukuru and Kamara in the middle of defence. Interesting one. They've gone with that guy at right back at the Kame. I would have thought that they would have played Lewis Bloom, who's on the bench tonight, or injured. Sorry, he's injured or suspended. Is that what that is? No, he's on the bench tonight. I would have thought they would have definitely started him. As I say, he's the guy I raved about, saying that I was really impressed by him. They've got Cindy Lauper and Niasi in midfield, with their new signing Colley from Atalanta, Greenwich playing behind Granvolo, and their top scorer from last year, Joel Montero, on the right-hand side. On the bench as well, they have, as I said, Lewin Bloom. They have Cedric Itten is there as well, and Alan Virginius, who scored the goal that got them here against Galatasaray, is there too. So they've gone pretty strong, albeit, as I say, I would have thought that they would have been a small bit stronger with Lewin Bloom in there, but maybe they're worried. I've no idea about this lad. Never heard his name before. He's 19 years of age. He's playing it right back. Let's take a little look at him without making him the pivotal point of conversation. Let's take a little look at him and see. I don't know a whole pile about him. Doesn't have a Wikipedia page. Let's see what Transfermarkt say about him. They say 19 years of age. Patrick Raman must think a lot of him. So Swiss under 21 international, 6 caps. Yeah, tall guy. Maybe they're going for a bit more of an uneven defense. Only joined in, yeah. So there's no whole pile to go on there. They signed him. Yeah. Let's see if we have anything from him on FBref just to see. He's there, all right. Yeah, has only played 3 games this season. Played 3 games, didn't start any. This is his first start as a senior player ever.
Wow.
Which is interesting. Yeah, he's only played 69 minutes of football prior to this. So that is interesting. Yeah, that is interesting.
He's their Graham Fenton. So
yeah, sorry, that's domestic football. I don't have it's not giving me an option to select all competitions, but that's really interesting. So he's going to be up against Morgan Rogers tonight, and we'll see what happens, I suppose, with that duel. But he looks a big, strong boy, and we're talking about our young fella playing right back. They equally have a young fella playing right back as well that they're going to want to keep an eye on as well. So interesting. Anything, Paddy? Thanks very much, Matt Hanlon. Really appreciate that. Points for podcasters and a fun day. We get through work first before we have the points, but it could be one for it later on because it's a lovely sunny day here. Anything else, Paddy, that you want to go through before you go? Whoa, Jesus Christ. Mark Willis, thank you so much for that. Holy moly. Wow. Meant to do it at the start of the season. First day in Europe seems fitting. Up the villa. Thanks for the entertainment. Mark, that is incredible. Thank you so much.
Fair play. Thanks so much, guys.
You've achieved what Paddy has been wanting for the last 5 years in borderline speechlessness.
It takes a lot to make you speechless anyway.
Absolutely. It really does. Jesus, thank you so much. That's really appreciated. Yeah. Paddy, have you had any more time to think about the plastic pitch?
Not a whole pile. I did a little bit of reading up on it last. The rules are that it has to be watered before and a half time and stuff like that. I've seen a couple of videos today. It looks like it might be a warm day in Bern today, so that can have a bearing on the pitch holding up the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how our guys deal with it, because obviously it's a horrible bounce to have to deal with when you're not used to it.
We played against Hibs last year, and Hibs have that. Was it Hibs have that at Easter Road, or was that all dug up?
No, Hibs never had it.
We played somebody last year. I'm almost certain we played that had the plastic pitch.
Well, I had this conversation with someone this morning, and the question was, when did we last play a competitive game on a artificial surface? And the latest I can remember is Moscow in that ill-fated one where we put out the kids.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We didn't have it last year. Or maybe it was there was a team we played and the field was just pure shite anyway. But I seem to remember there being one last year, an artificial pitch. But
was it only Hibs we played in the warm up? Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't pitch because it wasn't Hibs because I know the pitch at Easter Road isn't. Yeah. It isn't 5G like, but.
I honestly, I can't remember us. Mostar definitely wasn't, and I don't think Warsaw was either. Ajax definitely wasn't. Lille definitely wasn't.
No,
definitely wasn't.
Maybe didn't. No.
Yeah, and I definitely don't remember us playing any English teams in any competitions with it, because I think most of them are gone now at this stage.
No, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's an interesting. Look, I don't put. Look, they're perfect. They're going to find a way, as I said, to control the ball. If they are worried about this, just going to try and find a way to control the ball, and that's what they're going to have to do. Make the other team do all the movements, left, right, and center, and all the twisting movements, and take it from there. Really, build up at the pace you want to build up, and you don't want to be a counter-attacking team on a pitch where you're afraid of movement or you're not used to the movements and so on. So, dictate the play. and dictate the speed that you want to attack at, and everybody move in unison, and then we'll see where it gets us after that. But yeah, interesting. Anything else, Paddy, before we kind of put a bow on this one? We're actually really early getting, like, I don't really have much else. I'm so excited, but I'm also nervous. And as I say, I'm also nervous that the dinner is going to burn there, because I will be murdered for that. That would be interesting content, to see a big steak knife come in from this side, just straight into the side of the forehead, because that could very much happen. But anything else you want to go through, Paddy? Is there anything else you're looking forward to, I suppose, in this game before we kind of let people go? I have actually a giveaway to do before we leave. We'll give away 5 entries. I don't
have anything, much else to talk about. I think all the talking points will come after the game. But look, we've been through 40 odd years without this competition. We would have been in it earlier in the 90s, but for the European ban for English sides. So it's time for us to relax now and enjoy it. And hopefully the team give us something to relax about and a performance to relax about, and hopefully can pick up a win tonight. I'd snap your hand off for an odd goal in 2, or an odd goal in 3, or an odd goal in 5 today once we get the win. And if we can come out of this unscathed with no injuries on that pitch, I'll be very, very happy.
Paddy, pick a number between 1 and 10.
3.
1, 2, 3. Dean Bradley, you've won an entry into the into football prizes competition, and that they're running for hospitality tickets to Bayern Munich and Aston Villa. You've won an entry into that. I'm going to enter you in that. Paddy, pick a number between 20 or 10 and 20.
11.
Sniff Rat, you've won an entry into the competition. Now pick one between 20 and 30.
23.
William Baines, you've won an entry in as well. I'm literally counting down through the comments here. So no, Paddy, 30 and 40.
33.
John Griffin has won. You've won. Oh shit! I should have been writing these down.
You had to play it back now.
I remember these. So Dean, Sniff, William, and John Griffin. And then last one. Give me a minute. So pick one between 80 and 90, Paddy.
80 and 90, 88.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kevin Geenes, Geenes. You've also won an entry into football prizes. Very, very scientific way, almost as transparent as UEFA's way to pick the groups for the Champions League. But we got there in the end. So I will I'll enter you guys in with a chance to win the hospitality to Aston Villa versus Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So yeah, you'll get entered in. And in our post-match podcast, we'll give away another 5 as well, another 5 entries for that, for the hospitality package as well. Yeah, from footballprizes.co.uk. So yeah, I think I'm going to let everybody go finish up your work day. Go get a bite to eat, maybe get settled at a pub or whatever, and Paddy, in your instance, get back on the road as well, so you can get back to your abode for 5:45 kickoff. But we will be back here directly afterwards with a post-match podcast right on the final whistle to discuss all the good, all the bad, and all the ugly. So hopefully you will join us for that. And thank you so much to everybody who joined us already. It's a massive day, a Champions League for Aston Villa, and we've been looking forward to it for a lifetime. So everybody soak it in, enjoy it, stay safe, stay healthy, and all that's left to say is up the Villa.
Up the Euro Villa.